Lots happening on the political front, both nationally and locally. Now let's get some insights from our second guest tonight, political scientist Antonio Contreras. Professor Contreras is also vice chairperson of the board of directors of State Network PTV. Good evening, Prof. Contreras. It's nice to see you again.
Good evening, Diego.
All right, a lot to unpack, Prof, no? But siyempre, let's start off muna with impeachment. No? Word war siya. Daming he said, she said, sasagutan pa out of it about flood control issues. Ano ang issues among all of these that really stood out to you that has an impact on the landscape?
Well, makulay talaga ang ating politika. Yan ang masasabi ko. Yung Senate flicks ay lalong nadadagdagan pa ng iringan. For example, ni spokesperson Claire Castro at ni Senator Amy, yung bangayan ni Senator Lacson at ni Senator Cayetano, and then etong mga patutsadahan ni nagpatutsada si Congressman Pulong, kay Secretary Dizon. These are all part of the toxic landscape that we're having, and then ang magiging ano na lang nito epekto sa atin, wala na siguro yatang igugulo pa ang politika natin. Fortunately, people I think are used to it, and that's kind of sad. When people are used to this kind of drama and we become desensitized, then we become either, ano na lang, reside na sa ganyan talaga ang politika sa Pilipinas, which is kind of dangerous. Because the moment the moment you accept it as given, as nature, as part of our political DNA, then you don't wish for a better thing.
Yeah.
Nasanay na tayo eh.
Pero Prof, itong back and forth na nangyayari between Senator Lacson, Senator Cayetano, Senator Amy, and some of the other senators, Senator Pia Cayetano, do you think may impact ito sa credibility ng impeachment?
Well, of course, there are many factors that sort of diminish the credibility of the impeachment process. For example, and I think that it's primarily because of the behavior of senator themselves. Actually, yun namang counsel ng defense at counsel ng prosecutor, with all due respect sa kanila, ginagawa naman nila ang trabaho nila ng maayos. Right? Pero ang mga nagmi-misbehave ang mga senador eh. 'Di ba? Kita mo naman their role is supposed to be just to raise clarificatory questions and have interjections. And yet, if you look at them now, they're cross-examining, they're arguing with the witness, and they are making their own legal interpretations as they're asking questions. Kanina nga lang, there is something that is very, very glaring here. They stopped Senator Delilah De Lima from delivering an opening statement, which is not even yet an examination. It's just an opening statement. Being a House manager, she's allowed to do that. Pero tinigil na dahil may objection. Ang alam ko, ang ino-objectan lang naman yung mga questions sa cross at saka sa direct, di ba? But nag-inobject ka na, pinatigil. Pero meanwhile, there are senators who have already been behaving. Not only this time, ang dami na. And then also, the question of, for example, the behavior of the Cayetanos and Robin Padilla. And kanina, with all due respect, si Senator Raffy Tulfo, for example, was already arguing with the bank manager about the standards of how they test yung kung meron ba yung ST, yung disbursement ba yan na officer, yan by authorized, etc. These are not clarificatory questions anymore. So ang issue dito ay pag ang nakikita ng tao na yung pamantayan ng mga senador ay nag-iiba, pwede nilang baliin ang rule. Pwede silang hindi na lang confined sa kung anong rule nila. At ang isang Pia Cayetano ay hahayaan nilang hindi maparusahan sa ginawa niya, na kung saan nag-splice siya ng video para lang atakihin ang isang side, which is the prosecution. Then paano sila ngayon fit para mag-judge sa fitness sa Sara Duterte?
Yeah,
So, yun yung nakikita ko na I'm sorry if ma-offend ang mga senador, pero kung merong nagmi-misbehave dito mga senador.
So you think, Prof, si Senator Pia Cayetano should be told to inhibit or tanggalin na mismo siya sa trial?
Well, that is a problem here also. Kung ordinaryong korte to, meron ng Supreme Court na nagparusa diyan sa sa huwes na ganyan, di ba? Kung ordinaryong korte to, ito ay impeachment court sa mga politiko ang nandiyan. So, I don't know, the only thing that they can, of course, the Senate, as sitting as a Senate can censure and discipline and even perhaps declare the actions of Pia Cayetano unethical. Of course, if people want to go to the Supreme Court and demand that she be disbarred at most, kahit naman siya ma-disbar, senador pa rin naman siya. Hindi naman siya siguro expel ng Senado. So andan pa rin yun, yung parang it's like we are now in an impeachment trial. Sara Duterte is being judged if whether she is still fit to become vice president. And yet we have judges who themselves should be assessed whether they are fit.
So,
Diba? So and so the people are asking, credible pa ba itong process na to?
well, there's no denying, Prof. Alam naman natin na also this is a political exercise in nature. And around the corner, Prof, 2028, let's remember that. Take that into consideration. Sa recent, I think it was Okta Research, bumaba ng 8 percentage points si VP Sara during the impeachment, the first few days. Now, do you think the reason why several of the other lawmakers or senator judges are upping the ante in terms of, sabi nga nila, lawyering up for the defense, yan ang sabi nila, is because they're seeing these numbers affecting VP Sara?
Well, I don't know whether it's going to help her also because when the people, I think the reason why bumaba ang ratings ng Sara Duterte kasi yung kay President Marcos ang pagbaba ng rating is because of performance, because of problems with policies, right? A failure to deliver this. I don't know whether akyat yung number niya. I'm waiting after the SONA. Now, yung kay Sara, klaro na pinanggagalingan nito, nung una, before the impeachment trial started, mataas ang rating niya, pero ngayon bumaba, right? So, for people to think that when they will defend her, lalo na yung mga senator judges, to appear so defensive of Sara, if they presume that that would help them as well, or that would help her, I think they're just miscalculating the people. Isipin nila, kaya nga bumaba kasi na-expose, nalalaman na ng tao yung unti-unti na lumabas yung ebidensya. Nakita na yung kanyang mapagbabanta, yung mga PI niya na 8 yata, o 7 na, I'm sorry, I can't say it here, but alam mo naman ang mura niya, yun know, nakita ng tao yun, so I don't know, perhaps nakadagdag yun sa factor na nagpababa sa kanya, kasi wala naman na siyang ginagawa wala naman siyang opisina na may trabaho, so therefore, ayun lang ang pwedeng rason na bumaba siya because of the impeachment, unlike President Marcos sa maraming dahilan kung bakit bumaba yung kanyang rating. I-attribute mo sa kanyang job, sa criticism sa pag-deliver niya ng serbisyo. Pero yung kay Sara Duterte, I think naging factor yung impeachment trial. So kung ikaw ay senador, tapos i-depensa mo siya, tapos you are going to appear as if you're a defense lawyer when in fact you are a senator judge, it's a big gamble. People
Prof?
also to yes.
Yes, Prof. Pihit lang ng konti, Prof. Sayang yung sinasabi
Hello?
niya. Medyo nagchachapi tayo, Prof. Okay na, Prof?
Okay. I'm sorry because I can hear you. Am I okay?
Yeah.
Am I
was
okay now?
Let's go back to what was the last thing you were saying, Prof?
Yeah. Okay.
Prof?
I was saying that it's not going to be it's going to be risky for Senator
Prof?
Can you hear me now? Yes.
Now I can hear you, Prof.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, Prof. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, I was saying that, it's going to be a big risk for senator judges to take the side of Sara Duterte, whose numbers are declining, because they might also be affected by that if they're going to appear so defensive and so biased in her favor. So that's a risk as well.
So you think, Prof, as we go along, and if VP Sara's numbers continue to drop, yung mga soft Duterte supporters in the Senate, you think may chance they will vote to convict?
Of course, they're politicians, so they know. So I think if I were Sara, I will be worried if her numbers will continue to decline.
So Pero Prof, hypothetically, no, are we happy enough kung kunyari hindi siya ma-impeach or she's not acquitted, but rather her numbers continue to decline and to a point na pwede siyang labanan sa eleksyon? Okay na ba yan sa tingin nyo?
Well, I think for some people that is another hope, despite the dread of having her as a candidate. Instead, of course, some people are hoping that she will be impeached para tapos na ang laban. But if she's not impeached, people are really hoping that she will be so diminished that she can be beaten. Pwede siyang talunin. So, yan ang sa tingin ko na gamble ngayon, yung play. The game plan ng maraming tao.
All right, before I let you go, quickly lang, Prof, fearless forecast, convict or acquitted?
Well, for now, medyo 50-50 din natin alam kung maka-reach ng... Of course, there will be more votes for conviction. As to whether it's going to reach the required number is hard to tell. It will depend on Sarah's numbers and surveys. It will depend on the evidence. It will also depend on the kind of public reaction that will come out. Kasi ang publiko, yan ang magiging determinant kung anong maging behavior ng mga senador.
Right. Well, all right. For now, thank you for joining the Big Story political scientist Antonio Contreras.